What is going on, you guys? My name is diecast, and of course, we are continuing these diecast reviews, and here is the second diecast review that we're going to be doing here. And today, this is going to be on Jeff Gordon's number 24, 1996 Dover race win. All right, so with that really being said in mind, let's go ahead and let's get into it. So for starters, here's a quick look at the packaging. Of course, this is the NASCAR Classics packaging. You see the logo right there, ages 4 and up. NASCAR with the barcode. You can see there's the foil right there and all the rest of the stuff, action racing collectibles and all that good stuff. And here's a look at the die-cast itself. Another Jeff Gordon race win to add to the ever-growing Gordon collection, as it were. Now, as you can see with this car, you know, this one, well, what else can I say? It's, you know, Jeff Gordon, and the car that he rocked in the 90s, of course, the Rainbow Warriors. It's pretty cool how I just got this car, because what's his name, Ellie Productions 49 made a video about the Rainbow Warriors and stuff like that, and the amazing run that this car had and stuff like that. Now, I've always wanted to get one of these Gordon Monte Carlo race wins from 95 to 99. I did have a Jeff Gordon race win back. I had the Southern 500 race win back in 2018. That was a part of a NASCAR Authentics wave, and I lost that car. Yeah, I lost that car. I don't, it's probably around my house somewhere. It's just that I misplaced it, and I probably didn't watch this. I'm probably going to find that car in, like, the most random spot ever, or maybe not, but yeah, so as, of course, you can see right here, this is one of many of Jeff Gordon's wins from the 1996 season. As, of course, you can see, this was, I believe, this was his 13th. This was the season where he won 13 races, I believe. One of the two. I don't know, because he won 13 races in one year, 10 in the next, and then another 10. Good God, we're never going to see domination like that in NASCAR again. We'll never see that again. That's like Kyle Larson's 2021 season, but replicated. We're never going to see that again. With how the cars are so equal, with just how the schedule is just, I guess the schedule doesn't really kind of play a factor. You could have 36 different races a year, but still it wouldn't pose a problem to any driver. But yeah, so I always wanted these Monte Carlos, of course, these ones that were shaped like freaking bullets. Yeah, these are shaped like a freaking bullet, man. And of course, it's also been a little bit of a while since we've reviewed one of these NASCAR Classics cars. I've been on a whole binge earlier in the year, and actually off to the side here, there's the classic cars that I've been reviewing lately. So they're just off to the side. And that's still going to continue. We still got, there's a Dale Earnhardt one that we have not yet reviewed, but we'll get to it eventually. But yeah. I absolutely really love the way these Monte Carlos from this era of NASCAR came out. Now, I do prefer the ones in the early 2000s. Those are the ones I prefer. And then they kind of went back to this ones in the latter half of the 2000s. So kind of interesting how the way all that went. So yeah. As I'm just kind of taking a look at the car itself just to see if there's anything really specific. So as, of course, you can see, yeah, right here it says 95 through 99 Monte Carlo. So that's the way I can determine these ones. So there you go. But with that really kind of being said, let's just go ahead and get down to the sponsors. On the hood, you got, of course, the classic DuPont logo, the Chevy bow tie right there. Number 24, Monte Carlo. We'll go down to this side. You got Goodyear and the Goodyear Eagles. And of course, this the reason why NASCAR, or excuse me, Lionel Racing, of course, did this race, or did this race one, is of course of the colored rims. I'll get into that here in just a moment. But as of course you can see, you have a shit ton of contingency sponsors. Yeah, this is just something that you don't see in current day NASCAR anymore. I can see Mac Tools, Edelbrock, 76 Fuel, Moog, Simpson, Western Auto. The censored NASCAR Cup Series logo, Gatorade, Goodies, 3M, DuPont right there, Holly, just a shit ton of sponsors. Number 24, Hendrick, I assume that just says Hendrick Motorsports. AC, Jeff Gordon's name, DuPont, or it says DuPont Automotive Finishes. You got Quaker State down there, which is pretty cool to see, since nowadays Hendrick is now sponsored by Valvoline. So really cool to see them there. Number 24, and on the back here, Quaker State, DuPont Automotive Finishes, number 24, Chevrolet bow tie right there. Same thing on the other side, and you've already seen a look underneath the car. Okay, now let's go ahead and, of course, talk about something, a pretty big oversight that Lionel Racing missed on this diecast. Now, the biggest reason as to why Lionel made this diecast in the first place is really because the colored rims. I mean, like, I'm sure Lionel were thinking, shit, we need to produce a Jeff Gordon diecast. Because, of course, you know, we can't go wrong with any more Jeff Gordon diecasts, but we're really running out of options here. And so they, of course, decided, hey, let's just do the one where we had the colored rims. Now, the story behind the colored rims is that these rims are from one of the Cartoon Network cards. I forget the name of the driver. And to be honest, I don't really even know the story behind this, really. I tried to look that up, but I never really found any good answers. Now, going back to what I said previously before, as of course you can see, yeah, this car is pretty, yeah, people are most likely going to buy this because of the colored rims. Now, there's one part of the diecast I did not go over when we looked at the sponsors, and that was the deck lid. It says 9/15/1996. Now, you might be wondering why they put that date there. Now, actually, believe it or not, there was supposed to be a Coca-Cola logo, but I'll get more into that here in just a moment. However, though, the thing, though, that is really important to mention is that this is the wrong date in which Jeff Gordon won in this paint scheme. Yeah, you heard that right. This is the wrong date. Now, what do I mean by this? What do I mean by this was the wrong date? Well, let me explain here. So this particular race that Jeff Gordon won, this was the Miller Lite. This was the Miller 500 at Dover, which was held on, I believe it was June or May. I think May of 1996. I could be, yeah, May of 1996. Now, what's interesting here is that this date, September 15th, 1996, Jeff Gordon did win the fall, or I guess, yeah, the fall Dover race. Because, yeah, there used to be 2 Dover races a year up until 2020. So, yeah, Lionel got the wrong date as to when this car was particularly won. The one with the red rims, this was the Miller 500. The September date, that was the MB&A 500. A pretty big damn oversight from Lionel, if I must say. Yeah, pretty big damn oversight. And what's actually kind of funny here was that there was, on the renders, there was nothing on the back of the deck lid. What's actually funny was that there was a Coca-Cola logo on the back of the deck lid. Now, what's interesting is that Hendrick Motorsports now is sponsored by Coca-Cola, so one may ask, well, why didn't they put the Coca-Cola logo? That would be a good reason to make this car. Well, here's kind of the deal here is that on one of the renders of the upcoming 2-pack with William Byron and Jeff Gordon's Daytona 500 wins, that being the 05 and the 2025 500 wins, that diecast has Pepsi logos all over it, which is kind of odd because, once again, Hendrick Motorsports is sponsored by Coca-Cola because of Chase Elliott. And most of their drivers consume Coca-Cola products for the most part. Byron drinks Celsius for some reason, and Kyle Larson drinks Prime. Interesting how that works, but it's come kind of some weird licensing deals. So I guess Jeff Gordon is just a forever Pepsi driver, I guess you could say, or he's a loyal Coke or Pepsi drinker. Either way, big oversight by Lionel right there. And, oh, by the way, this is a race win diecast, so let's get into the race win damage. Holy shit, that took a whole big portion of the video. So, as, of course, you can see here, this has that blind right there, just so it can shield the driver from the sun. Now, this car does have a fair amount of race win damage, and let's just kind of have a look here. Of course, you can see the grille is fairly kind of beat up a little bit here. You can see some minor scuffs and marks on the front here. It's kind of hard to see. You can see some black marks right there. Same on the other side right here. But not too much on the other side as far as I can see. See some more down there. Pretty minor. Some a little bit in the back. But you can see a lot more on this side. So there you go. Yeah, so there you go. So a car that doesn't have too much visible race win damage, but still had a lot of talk about. Wow. So of course, let's kind of, overall, still a really nice looking car here, and a pretty, and you gotta give credit to Lionel and hey, you know, it's pretty fun to kind of get these obscure kind of Jeff Gordon wins. I wonder if any of the Jeff Gordon fans were really anticipating Lionel to make the one where he had orange or red rims. So that is really cool that we get that. It's just that deck lid, pretty big oversight from Lionel, I will say. Pretty damn big oversight from Lionel. That I will say. Okay, so anyways though, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Hope all of you enjoyed it, and I hope this was a bit of a better review, I guess. I don't know. But anyways though, guys, always really cool to get these, NASCAR classic cars. So we'll see when the next reviews will come out. I'm sure we'll get another diecast review here soon. And with all that really kind of being said, I hope all of you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all next time.